Real talk, the Metaphor Messiah, man. I got this one. Let's go. You ever seen the morning star? Mr. Metaphor Messiah, back to show you who we are. I represent a legacy, a pothead like the 70s, a different kind of mind. They say we only speak in melodies.
What's going on, everybody, in DeadOnDave production, Andre Corbeil Show, and Title Match Wrestling Land? It is your boy DeadOnDave coming at you guys for a little Backlash prediction talk. Yeah, that's my assignment this week, and I'm very excited about it. And there is no joking in that, because I actually look at this weekend of wrestling, not just Backlash, but as an entire birthday present to your boy, because it is my birthday, and there's so much great things that are happening this weekend. Jim Ross returning to call WWE action, which is going to be great on Friday night. Saturday night, you got NXT TakeOver Chicago, the land where I was born in good old Chicago, Illinois. So I'm very excited about that. And then, of course, on Sunday, my actual birthday, you got the Backlash pay-per-view, once again in Chicago, my hometown. And then the main roster debut of my current favorite wrestler, Shinsuke Nakamura. It's just a weekend that keeps giving for me, and I'm very excited about that. And because I am kind of self-centered, I make things about myself. So this is a big birthday present to myself for wrestling. Thank you, from wrestling. Thank you, wrestling. I appreciate all these gifts that you have given me. Aside from all of that, let's get into the actual predictions of this event. This event the pay-per-view looks okay. It's not a mind-blowing pay-per-view. There's a couple of matches that people are like, really? But they are doing new things on SmackDown constantly, and we're seeing that with this pay-per-view. Let's start with the kickoff show. Tye Dillinger, Aiden English, two interesting guys. Aiden English has got all the talent in the world, but that gimmick that they have him saddled with is just kind of bizarre and weird. And I don't think a lot of people are going to gravitate towards it, but I do see something with Aiden English. Tye Dillinger, this should be the last time we see him on a kickoff show. Tye has got a lot of talent, and he's got a hell of a following, and I do think we're going to see a nice push for Tye in the future. So I see him continuing his success on the main roster and doing something he could never do in NXT, and that's win. I expect him to beat Aiden English pretty handedly. Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. This is a very confusing one for me. They've had Eric Rowan look very good against Luke Harper, who was coming off of a series of pushes that kind of stop, start, which seems to be the case for the entire Wyatt family alumni. Everybody in the Wyatt family, including Bray Wyatt himself, seem to get these start-stop pushes, except for now Braun Strowman, who only injuries are starting and stopping his push, but I digress. This match is very interesting in some levels because they're two big ham hocks. They do have good chemistry together when they fight. It should be a fun little match. I think it could be more exciting than people are expecting it to be, but I do expect Luke Harper to pick up the victory. Moving on to Sami Zayn and Baron Corbin. Kind of an out-of-nowhere feud, very similar to Sami Zayn and Samoa Joe. Not really giving Sami Zayn much of a chance here. Baron Corbin seems to be on the precipice of a hell of a push. This seems to be the type of match where a disqualification or a beatdown or a roll-up victory by Sami, then a destruction by Baron Corbin seems kind of like the status quo play here. That's what I'm expecting to happen. Sami may get a victory, maybe not, but if he does, I do expect him to be left laying after the match, because Corbin has to continue to look strong and dominant for his push to continue, and I'm pretty sure it's going to. My big match of the night, the one match that I am looking forward to more than anything else, Shinsuke Nakamura and his main roster debut against Dolph Ziggler. This has got match of the year candidate written all over it. The new heel style of Ziggler and the incredible, brutal, strong style of Shinsuke Nakamura. This should be absolutely wonderful. Both guys sell fantastically. They both are very good at what they do in different ways. It's going to be a very good matchup, a clash of styles in some way. This should be a lot of fun. Shinsuke, if there's one lock I have on this card, it's Shinsuke getting the victory. Shinsuke has got to be used right. They've already kind of done some questionable things up to this point and not getting him in the ring enough early. I understand the special attraction thing, but I don't like that. Let's just have him go. Let's have him be the guy. So hopefully that is what's going to happen. And he should get a good victory over a very game Dolph Ziggler. Unfortunately, we have a women's match that I care a little bit about, but not as much as I would like. For some reason, they're going back to a highlight match, a gimmick match, a feature match where they're shoving as many women into a match as humanly possible and seeing what sticks. Charlotte, Naomi, and Becky versus Tamina, Carmella, and Natalya. It seems like there's going to be a turn here. Not sure if Becky's going heel. It seems like she could be going that way. Charlotte, I expect to do something to Naomi after the match. Who knows what's going to happen? This match really doesn't matter in terms of winners and losers, so we'll see how it ends up going. It could go either way. I can't really call this one because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There's really no importance in who wins and who loses in this match. It's just a showcase, and that's it. Another match that I'm extremely excited about is the United States title match. Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles, which is going to be a one-off if I had to guess. This is a match that is probably going to only have a one-time occurrence at this current level. I do expect to see them fight again, hopefully for the main title at some point, but this doesn't have the hallmarks of a long-term feud. I think most people are expecting AJ to move on to Randy Orton, but the question is, will he do so with the United States Championship? This is another one of those could go either way. The easy logic is keep Kevin Owens with the title. He's doing great things, face of America, it's working, and you can have him go on and face other people, and there's no reason to kind of put a knock into that. The other part of this is, I think putting a title on AJ Styles, especially one like the United States Championship, which does have relevancy again, and have him move forward going into a main title program with Randy Orton, I'm assuming, we'll talk about that more in a moment, is intriguing. I think it's intriguing to do that because AJ seems to be prime in this stage of his career, what he's done so far in WWE, for a really, really big run. So that could be the case there. SmackDown tag team title match. They are doing everything they can to get Fandango and Tyler Breeze over as a tag team. Very funny skits. Not sure if I buy them that much, but here's what I am buying. The new attitude of the Usos. The more I see of it, the more I like it. This week on SmackDown, I love the promo that they cut. A little screechy for me at times, but still, I love the new attitude. I love what they're doing. I think that they can still be a major tag team for a long time. So I'm expecting the Usos to retain, but don't be surprised if we get one of those kind of out of nowhere tag title victories that is short-lived. There's a very good possibility that we see that, but I'm going with the Usos, but don't put money on it. And finally, the WWE Championship match. Everybody assumes this is an easy write-off. Randy Orton should dominate Jinder Mahal. Yeah, but what if? Yeah, but what if? Do not be surprised with the things that are happening in India at the moment and the things they're trying to do with Jinder, that they might not be opposed to doing a shock victory here and having Jinder win this title. And the X factor is the Bollywood Boyz. The fact that he has a group around him. This is usually that type of situation where having the group usually pays off, and this could be a shocker. They've already shocked people by having Jinder in the main event. Why not shock him a little bit more by having him win the main event? Now, do I think that will happen? No, I'm fairly certain Randy will win. But then if he does, what's the point of all this unless it immediately kicks off another feud? But then what was the point of Jinder in the first place? Maybe he'll catch a little bit of lightning. Maybe he'll get a little bit of a rub. Maybe not. Too early to tell. We'll see. But those are my predictions. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you check me out on DeadOnDave Productions and, of course, with Andre Corbeil Wrestling. Thank you guys very much. We'll see you next time.
Here's your